After many months of speculation, we finally got confirmed details about the next movie in the Transformers franchise, the 7th installment, and an official title at that too, and it being Transformers Rise of the Beast. And today, we are going to take a first look and tell you everything we know so far about the upcoming movie in the line of the Transformers. And all you have to do is sit back and enjoy as we unveil some bits and pieces about it. Announcement. The announcement about the next Transformers movie got revealed at a virtual event with Stephen Caple Jr., the one who is taking on the helm of the whole movie. The movie will take on the Beast War storyline from the late 1990s, with producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura joining Stephen on this wholesome adventure. We are happy to tell you that the production of the movie is just starting, but Stephen and Lorenzo were kind enough to share some thoughts about the movie on the day it was revealed. Much like Bumblebee, which was set in the year 1987, this movie will be set in 1994, 7 years after the events of the Bumblebee standalone movie, creating a new theme that would not intersect with the Michael Bay movies from the franchise. However, unlike Bumblebee, which was intended to be on the smaller scale side of things, a more intimate movie, this next Transformers movie will be a spectacle when compared to that one, and the action in the movie will take place mainly in New York, Brooklyn to be more specific, and will also take some scenes in Machu Picchu, Peru. The movie will incorporate 2 new main human characters, Alina, played by Dominique Fishback, an artifact researcher who keeps having credit for her work taken by her boss, and Noah, played by Anthony Ramos, an ex-military electronics expert who lives with his family in Brooklyn. And the last detail we also got from the two is that the movie will feature Bumblebee, of course, but it will focus more on Optimus Prime, with the movie serving as his origin story. Him stepping on Earth for the first time, and his whereabouts of becoming the leader we know him to be in the last couple of years. Oh, and we almost forgot. One of the main things you are all here today, we also got an official release date, with it being June 24th, 2022. So in a year's time, we will see the first debut of the movie on the big screen. As for a trailer or footage of any sort, we will have to wait a bit, since the production of the whole project has just started. But the title and the logo of the movie are already in play. So there you have it, a promising sign to an earlier trailer than expected, won't you say? The humans in Rise of the Beast. We mentioned the 2 new humans in the next Transformers movie, but let's take a closer look at who they really are, and what part they fit in the movie itself, and the story of it. As we said before, Alina is an artifact researcher who will be working at a museum when we first meet her. And on the other hand, we have Noah, the ex-military who is adept in electronics and technology, which will definitely come in handy when he crosses paths with characters like Optimus Prime, the one who prioritizes his care for his family over anything, and who is used to hustling to make ends meet. There is no word as of yet about how will these two factor into the overall rivalry in the movie, and what they will play in the whole story, but their skill set seems uniquely suited to aid the Autobots and Maximals in their fight, and they should also be able to hold their own in the midst of things. The chaos that will unfold created by the conflict between the opposing Transformers factions. These two are the latest prominent human characters to date in this blockbuster franchise, following the works of Mark Wahlberg, Megan Fox, Shia LaBeouf, and Haley Steinfeld, who each starred and played big roles in the previous Transformer movies. It will be interesting to see how they will stack up with their human characters when compared to the personalities and legacies of the franchise's past humans. Never before seen Optimus Prime. Fans were pleased when some details were revealed about the virtual event by the director Stephen Caple Jr. and have some kind of an idea of what to expect from the next in-line Transformers movie. As we said before, the franchise will once again travel back in time to explore another main character's origin story, this time giving the fans a whole new look at Optimus Prime. This movie, being set in 1994, means that the franchise drops this movie between the most recently released Transformers film, Bumblebee, being set in 1987, and the beginning of the infamous Michael Bay films, which kicked off in 2007. The movie being set in a whole new period, we will see new enemies of the Autobots and the likes of the Terrorcons, vicious warriors led by their leader called Scourge, a ruthless villain who collects fallen Autobots' insignias and fuses them into his chassis. We will have a whole new look at one of the strongest villains the franchise will ever see, and one of the most brutal ones at that too. And facing off against the savage Scourge, we will have the fan favorite characters in the likes of Bumblebee, Mirage, and Optimus Prime, of course, as it could have been anyone else, right? However, the most interesting thing in the movie will probably be the new side of Optimus Prime, because by now, we all know him as the prominent leader that has one of the greatest speeches to date, and the one who all obey because of who he is. But in this movie, the story will follow the iconic hero before he assumed himself a leader among the Autobots, thus giving us a whole new look, an all new side of the character.
I will retrigger that pillar! Then you'll have to go through me!
First days on Earth. Despite Optimus Prime being voiced by the legendary Peter Cullen, the fans will see a whole new side of him, and the confident leader we know him from the Michael Bay movies will now try to find his place on a new planet instead. In Transformers Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime arrives from Cybertron in his G1 form as more of an expat than anything else. The future protector of Earth has no human connection at the start of the movie, nor does he understand the world which will become a battlefield because of the conflict between the Autobots, the Decepticons, and the Terrorcons. However, throughout the movie, we will see that Optimus Prime will have a lot of opportunities to learn the ways of the humankind and the planet itself, especially when him and Noah come close enough as the movie passes. And of course, the many sides of the Earth covered with battles being fought across the whole planet will definitely be a bonus to Optimus Prime and his lecture of the planet Earth. All in all, when Lorenzo and Steven got asked about which genre would the movie take, they had a very easy and simple answer for all of us. They said that the movie will now have the spectacle of the Michael Bay movies and the heart of the Bumblebee movie, a very good combination of the two elements, which would eventually make you feel for the characters and not just being there for the special effects and the crazy over-the-top battles.
Who has come for the staff?
On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what has been your favorite element in the entirety of the Transformers franchise and why? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.